Hi Sagittarius, it is time for your May energy reading. And we're going to take a look at general overall energies for May. And we're also going to look at some things with your love life, your career, your abundance, higher self information. That's what we're going to talk about today. Before we get started, while I'm shuffling, I just want to remind you that if you like this video, please do like it and press that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you do want to get my readings through your feed, just press that little bell, and that way you won't miss any of my readings. I'm doing a weekly reading now that I publish on Sundays, and that is mostly primarily a love reading. Having to do with things like twin flames, twin souls, sacred partners, and even your soulmate relationships. And let me see what else. And then I'm doing on a monthly basis, I'm doing the zodiac signs, an overall energy report for each of my zodiac friends. So right now we're doing Sagittarius, and I happen to be a Sagittarius, so this will be kind of interesting because I got a different perspective. It's me. Thank you to those of you who have liked my videos. Whoops, I'm doing these upside down. I really love to hear from you, and I love when you guys leave me comments. So, if you have something to say or you relate to something, I like to hear your stories. I like to know what's going on with everybody. So let's get started. I am using the Intuit Oracle. And that is a card deck by Aria, and it is my go-to deck right now because it gives me, I don't know, it just is something that works really well for me to tune in my energies to my source connection. And I'm just going to go ahead and tune in for Sagittarius and ask very specifically, what are those energies that we need to know about for May? Okay, interesting. You know what? This is the second time I got this card. I started the Sagittarius reading and I just did not feel the right energy. And so I took a break and took some time and decided to begin again. And this card came up. So just shows you when cards are supposed to be there, they come up again. So the overall energy. Oh, and we've got the ring. It looks like rings, ring. And what's the other card that goes with it? Oh, okay. Communication. It's birds. The birds card. Okay. Well, when reading these cards, we always look at the central card of the three cards. The central card is the major emphasis of what we're looking at. And then the other cards, we pair them in pairs to kind of get some additional meaning. But the first card we're going to look at is the ring card. And it does seem, Sagittarius, that you are going to be dealing with some kind of partnership. I tend to think of, this can be anything from a relationship. We've got the rings, but it's really about an alliance. You have this agreement, whether that be in a relationship or whether it's in work. You have a partnership and an agreement and a great commitment to it. So this is the emphasis for this week, this month of May, is that we're looking at a central focus is on this partnership and this agreement, and it appears successfully partnering, right? We've got success. We've got a little bit of competition here. Now, whether there's competition in that partnership or whether you're competing as a unit for projects and things of that nature, either way, you end up finishing first. You are persisting. You have the will to win. You are going to create this, whatever it is you're trying to create. Whether that be a relationship or whether that be a work project or whether that's just, even, I want to say even a home project, whatever it is, you are in it to win it. So we're looking at finishing first. We're looking at it's going to be successful. It's going to come to fruition, and it's going to require a lot of communication, negotiation, You could find yourself really in some heated debates or discussions. I want to say you could have text messages flying back and forth. There's a lot of negotiation going on in this agreement and in this partnership to make it successful. But the good news is that all of that is promised in this, that there will be a successful completion of it. So even if you find yourself in some debates about, how to handle the project that you're working on, or debates about the relationship you're in or whatever, you're getting this head of the pack card, which says, yes, you're very likely to succeed at it. You're going to come out on top. And it's going to have a very, very favorable outcome. So that is your overall energies for May, and I like those. That's actually very, very accurate with what's going on with me personally. So, all right, so let's look at our love energy for May. It's funny because the other sun signs, I've been saying your love energy. Now I'm saying our love energy. Let's see what's in store for Sagittarius from a love standpoint. Ooh, I like it. Fireworks. Okay? Fireworks is the first card. Hopefully those are good fireworks. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? I love the card, the word on there that says luck, because that's a Sagittarian word all the way. And the third card is more luck. Clover. That's luck. All right, so in love, you are in luck. We are in luck. That's awesome. So the middle card is forces of the universe are happily working with you. And you're in a position where you're in total synchronicity with things. The universe this is a luck card, right? It is luck all the way. And you pair it with the clover. Oh my God, are you lucky in love? Woohoo! I like this. I like this reading. I like the way it's going. So, whether you get some unexpected attention in the relationship, or if things just are going your way, it's a really, really positive energy. And then, of course, who can ignore the fireworks, right? Fireworks! That means in the relationship, there's chemistry. If you're fortunate enough to see your beloved this month, and, there's probably going to be some good sex going on too. Love it. Explosive, fun, celebration of being together, the passion, the lust, all of that is really, really positive energies. And it all comes with a whole bunch of good luck. So Sagittarius, you are lucky in love this month, and that's really, really awesome. And not only that, but, it does look like there's a lot of really great things going on for you from a partnership standpoint in general. Now we're going to talk about the career. So this may be interesting. This might give us an insight into, the first cards that we saw. Okay, the first card for your career and abundance is the tree. The tree is pretty solid. Stable roots. However, we do have a stalemate card. Okay, so there's a stalemate card in your career. So that's something that we should talk about, because we have partnership stuff going on here. So where's the stalemate and how do you get out of it? Aha. Well, we've got a raccoon. So let's read these cards. The primary situation that you're dealing with is a stalemate in your career. Stalemate, or no way out, or having a hard time compromising. And that creates a block that you need to overcome in order to make that partnership or agreement or whatever it is that you're working on work out successfully. So this is kind of just giving you a little bit of the warning that in order to have that successful outcome that the head of the pack promises, that there's going to be a little bit of work to do. Okay? And what's that work going to be involving? Problem solving, getting creative, adapting, pulling out that entrepreneurial spirit, and getting right down and solving some of the problems. And it's probably going to involve being willing to compromise. Okay, and that's kind of promised by this card right here. Well, no, we'll just sort of tie it together. It's funny, these cards all go together. So it's very clear that the overall energies are about business, that it came up, all of these cards kind of go together. So we're talking about communication, debating and talking things through. There's another communication card in this deck, which is letters, and letters is more about, I think of it as more as formal communications. To me, the birds is more about informal communications, really talking things out, making contact, making sure that you talk about things, discuss things, get on the phone and pick up the phone and call each other, whatever you need to do in this situation with your career. Whatever partnership you're dealing with, you need to talk it out. If there's a stalemate, if there's a locking of the heads, if there's a little bit of competition going on, you need to get past it. Because if you don't, it's going to get in the way of that success. So you're going to use the raccoon to solve some problems. And then what we have here is the tree. All right, the tree is a little bit about, being grounded, looking into what keeps you really, really solidly rooted into whatever it is you're working on. Well, if you're trying to develop some kind of business situation and you're trying to get past a stalemate, you're really going to have to put aside some of the past stuff. And maybe the person that you're dealing with in the situation is a past life experience, and you've just got to basically grow past it. You have to figure out how to get past the stalemate. And I do believe the answer lies in not only the raccoon card, but also the birds. So in this deck, these spirit animals a lot of times are coming in trying to tell you how to solve your problems. They've got these messages for you. And you're going to definitely need to do that. You're going to need to solve some problems. But you still got that overarching energy of being successful, the head of the pack in that business situation. So I feel pretty certain that it's going to be a very, very favorable month for you in terms of career. And of course, when you have a successful partnership, alliance, contract, deal, whatever you want to talk about, there always is some kind of abundance there for you. So, okay. So finally, the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about what your higher self, we're going to ask, what does your higher self want you to know for the month of May? All right? So, what does higher self want us to know about the month of May? Okay? Ooh, we got a snake. Okay? We've got a snake. So there's something in there. There's a message there for us. Oh, we got a squirrel too. Okay? Man, I'm telling you, the spirit animals are speaking today in my readings. And we have a stallion. They are all spirit animals. There are 24 spirit animals in this deck, and I have pulled birds, raccoon, snake, squirrel, and now the stallion. Unbelievable. All right, well, we're being told something. There is something that you need to know. There is stuff going on in the background that's not so positive. There are maybe some forces at work that are trying to maybe get in the way of your deal, your partnership. This may be the energy of the stalemate that you're dealing with. Trying to think of what else. There's not a lot of negativity in this reading at all. But I do think that when we get, the squirrel is about, well, the word that jumps out at me is accusations. I'm thinking this is the debate card, the birds. There's a little bit of, someone is debating, someone is having conversation, strong, I want to say they're not communicating fully. Maybe they're being a little bit secretive, Or maybe they're accusing you of being in a particular place. And it is part of this deal that, we've been kind of cautioned at. There's a stalemate going on. And that stalemate is most likely coming from the energy of the snake, which is a little bit about maybe that person has a little bit of jealousy that you're working through things with. Maybe their way of getting to you is a little bit like, oh, I'm going to give them the silent treatment. And then you're like, oh, no, don't give me the silent treatment. And there's a lot of, the energies of that. I want to say that's the dark energies. Listen, Sagittarius, we are the really, really bright light a lot of times in a very, very dark world. And when you're in that higher vibration and energy particularly, there's going to be some energies that aren't going to like it. And so these cards are just coming along from higher self to let us know that be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for these energies. But guess what? It's all backed up by the stallion. And the stallion is the driving force. All right? It's that yang energy. It's that powerful, powerful passion to go where you want to go, to drive through. It's that horsepower. So be aware. It's just helpful to know that there could be a little bit of negative energy coming to you in the midst of all that you're trying to do. And the most important thing for you to know is, number one, you need to communicate and discuss it. Okay? You definitely need to discuss it, communicate about it, and you need to tune into your stallion energy. I mean, how appropriate is this card for Sagittarius, right? The horse. We are here with an amazing, powerful driving force that can get us through just about anything. So, don't worry about the snake energy. Don't worry about the squirrel energy. Just be willing to deal with it, stay in your power, and, get past that stalemate. Because that stalemate in the career, this is the energy that's what do you want to say? It's actually what you have to move through in order to get to what we consider to be the overall arching energies for May. And I'm telling you, I love the ring card. I love this card. And of course, for Sagittarius with my own marketing agency, I love the head of the pack and I love that successful card. So the overall energies are really, really positive. So we're not, as Sagittarius, is going to let any of the snake energy or the squirrel energy affect us in any way except just to be aware of it. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I will be back next month in June, and I will bring you another energy reading. If you haven't seen my weekly reading, I'm doing a weekly reading that's published on Sundays. The latest one is May 5th through 11th. And then I'll be doing my zodiac readings at the beginning of June. So I hope you'll tune in at that. Oh, and if you are interested in knowing any more about this deck, I have information below. I'm doing what I can to help Kimberly, who is also known as Aria, get her deck in circulation. She has, they are coming the end of this month. They're getting shipped. And I have been so blessed to get a deck ahead of time. I use them every single day. I use them for my business. I use them for relationship stuff. I use them when my daughter is having a bad day. They give me so much information for my own life. They answer a lot of questions. So if you want to know more, just go ahead and check out the link. And please, if you have any comments or questions or anything you want to share, please comment. I love to hear from you, and I do try to respond. Okay? So thank you so much and have a blessed day. Namaste.